Hey, everybody. Today we're getting together with Chris Ichelson, CEO of 360 SOC, security as a service company. We've had a lot of results with them with different solutions and different clients. And, Chris, welcome today. We want to get to know you and your company, your business, and maybe hear a little case study around, one of the verticals or one of the clients that you're able to, give us an example of.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Wade. Truly appreciate it. Working with your clients has been an exceptional experience. And I think that day to day for us, we do something just a little bit slightly different, although do a lot of things the same as some of our competitors. And I think the keys that of those little things that we do different has made what like some of your customers be extremely happy and, want to continue on year over year.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about, how your engagements work. How do you work with that client and what level of support and expertise do you give?
Yeah, so we provide primarily SOC as a service. Some might call it managed detection and response, but for us, it's all encompassing, security operations center as a service, consisting of things like SIM, UEBA, NDR, EDR, possibly like a forensic agent. We add our stairwell agent. We deployed honeypots. We have our platform where customers engage with us 24/7 monitored. Basically, we're a lift and shift of the security department over to the 360 SOC. And, that's what we're delivering here day in and day out. And we're trying to kind of redefine the user experience by bringing security down to the most intimate device. And, with your customers that we've worked with historically, that's been one of the things that they've wanted to drive is more functionality, ease of access. And I think we're doing a great job of it.
Absolutely. And one of the things we run into, especially in our model, is being an advocate in technology. We vet and review different solution providers. And I can tell you, you're definitely at one of the top on when it comes to these conglomerate of services that you guys offer. And but here's the thing, you're not tied to one vertical, right? I mean, you touch anything from small to large. I mean, you guys can handle that full end-to-end security.
Absolutely. So our smallest customers, about 15 workstation servers and firewalls. Our largest is well over 75,000. And I think there's a commonality between all those customers. And historically, it's that these deals are all tied to revenue. The smallest guy out there, he's selling a platform to, large banks. The largest one out there is a large healthcare system on the East Coast. And, obviously they're servicing patients and have tons of HIPAA records and continually are housing more and more data for a longer period of time. When you combine the two together, if they don't do something like have a service like 360 SOC, they really have no way to report that they are compliant. They really have none of the testing to control things like drift. And inevitably, they don't have that extension of their team to cover their back when other things are going on, maybe outside the working hours, maybe inside the working hours.
Absolutely. In healthcare, you talk about one, that's a good one to really talk about. A lot of our vertical is healthcare. We do a lot in the healthcare, small and large, as well as other verticals. But when you get to that healthcare, some of the conception there is it's like, well, we've got our security team, we've got our tools internally. But a lot of times your CIOs, your CTOs don't realize the value of having that external, search security as a service like you guys to be able to layer that in and help their team be even better at mitigating these risks and finding these things as they come through. So anything in the healthcare vertical that you would like to specifically point out that's a big win to basically compensate or help accompany a team that's already existing?
I think healthcare is and I think the correlation is we've seen a lot of ransomware in healthcare because
Yes.
they are so susceptible to lateral movement. If there's so many different types of devices, they're like manufacturers too, same scenario. When you have so many different types of devices and a lot of these operating systems you really can't control, you really can't manage, they're third parties, inevitably you've created a lot of risk. And
Hmm.
once you've created that risk, obviously it's accepted risk because you don't have access to these devices, you don't have control. And I think that, you know, the healthcare industry then becomes more susceptible to things like ransomware because if you can use IoT as jump off spots in order to distribute ransomware because you can laterally move inside an environment or that is your jump off spot or maybe it is some third party. I think that's why you've seen them just get brutally attacked. I think that coincides into the other organizations that seemingly might not be healthcare but are still distributed like that. County, state, local government, we've seen that be just get destroyed as well too. We've seen other industries like manufacturing. You're seeing less in things like financial services, though. And the reason being is because, you look at banks and you look at their topography, they're not like, they might run SD-WAN, but they're very controlled environments. They're not, most of my institutions I work with run dual data centers still, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. They only allow their devices on their network. They don't allow their devices to leave their network.
Right.
If you think of banks and stuff, there's lesser use cases exist versus a sales organization that might have so many out there in the field or something like that. So I think that's really what we're seeing, and then also I think that, the industries that are driven with more financial resources, I think they've adopted security a lot faster than necessarily the organizations that are looking at security as kind of taking a percentage of that actual revenue that they've been capturing and are really drinking, looking at a reduction in revenue because you're applying security or mitigating risk. Sometimes it's a hard, kind of throat to or thing. It's a hard thing to
It's a
swallow.
pill to swallow. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt about that. Well, look, tell me what is, because there's a lot. And obviously, like I said, we vet and we go out and look for the best solutions for the clients. And I know for a fact you've got a really great solution here, good team. It's been proven. Tell me though, what's a differentiator? What makes your team, the differentiator?
I mean, I would say from the top of the organization down, and it really starts in my seat, but it also flows down to the team. We all care. We want you to be better. We want you to consistently improve. And inevitably, since you got a lot of people that actually care, I think the service is better. Then you can start looking at platform. You can start looking at tools. You can look at the things we do that others don't. In-platform live chat has been unique to us for the last 36 months. Nobody else offers live chat inside the platform in a full SOC experience. They either make you, go to Slack or go somewhere else. So
external. Yep.
Yeah, keeping everything in the platform. Another thing, an extremely open platform, not being a rip and replace shop, being willing to take on customer-owned technology and potentially help manage that for them has been, a game changer for us. Every customer that comes to us seems to have a use case where, yes, I want SOC, yes, I want MDR, but truly I need a security team that has my back. Whether you got the tech or you don't, I still need somebody to handle the tech I already have. And I think we do that exceptional. We've empowered the customers. This last year we released the mobile application to both Apple Store and the Google Android Store. The customer adoption ratio is over 85%. We powered it with the AI rewrite in the comments to help speed up that process for the customers. Again, giving them the ability to rehumanize everything. And the feedback we're hearing is exceptional. Finally, customers can go into an incident or alert. They can see what's going on. They can comprehend it, and they can give us a quality answer back. But the power of putting that on their most intimate device, that cell phone, that thing that's always with them, for us has been the biggest game changer in 2024. And I think it's highlighting our service and making it for the end user customer understandable that it is easy to use and they can understand what they're getting from us.
Makes sense. The short answer is why not look at 360 side?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the way I think it goes, no matter how small or how large you might be. Well, good deal. Listen, this is a great overview of what you guys are doing. And, hey, thanks a lot for your time and looking forward to vetting some other clients and getting this information out for folks to understand you and your team a little bit better. But I think it's a big win. And,
absolutely. And Wade, we really appreciate you and your clients, man. I hope you know that, your clients have been exceptional to work with. They've come in understanding the use case they want, they need, and they've been very open to us introducing other use cases to them. And it's been exceptional. We really appreciate the VENSEARCH team and yourself, Wade. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Chris. You take care.
Talk soon.